Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at assignment operators. Now, we have already been using assignment operators throughout our entire course, and the assignment operator is just an operator that assigns a value to a variable. And if you remember in the first lesson, we already looked at how to assign values to variables. So let's just quickly go over that. So to create a variable, we're going to give it a name, and we're just going to call it myVar, short for my variable, and here is the assignment operator. And this is exactly what we've been using all this time to assign values to variables. So now we can just easily give it any value, and I'm going to do 12 again. And that is kind of it to the assignment operator. Now there are different types of assignment operators than just the standard assignment operator here. We have the add and assign, the subtract and assign, the multiply and assign, and the divide and assign, and last but not least, the modulus and assign operators. And all of these work with only numbers and floats, of course. They cannot work with strings or booleans, but they do work with numbers. And what these operators do is they perform an operation such as add or subtract, and then they also assign it to the current variable. So for example, I have a variable and it already has 12 right here. Now let's say I want to use the add and assign, and I wanted to add 4 to it, and then also just assign 12 plus 4 to my variable. Well, to do that in Python, we could do myVar, and then we could do equals myVar plus 4. And what we're doing is we have the current value of our variable right here called myVar, and it has 12 in it. So 12 plus 4 equals 16. So anyhow we change this, then this would be 15. So we want to add 4 to the current value of our variable right here, and then assign it again to our variable myVar. Now this is a very redundant way of adding a value to our variable and then assigning it to our current variable. Instead, Python has a shortcut, and that would just be to use this plus equals operator. And all we would have to do is just do plus equals 4. And look at how much shorter this is. So instead of doing it the other way, which we already had, instead of doing it this way, we can literally just do plus equals. And what this does is it's adding the 4 and then assigning it back to our variable. So if we run this, we should get 16, and that's exactly what we get. Now if we did not assign it, what's going to happen is, let's say for example, we have myVar and we just do this, and we comment this out. So now if we just have myVar plus 4, you might think it would add 4 to it, but instead it's still going to be 12 because we're not reassigning our new value to our variable. So if we run and save this, we just get 12 instead of 16, which is what we want. So to add a new value or to change a value in a variable, you always have to reassign it. So now we have the plus equals 4, and this will equal 16. So that's how you use the add and assign. You can also use the subtract to do the exact same thing, and that is going to bring us to 8. Or you could use the multiply, and that's going to bring us to 45 or 48. Or I could use the divide, and that should bring us to 3. Or I could use the mod, and that should bring us to 0. So that's how you use assignment operators in Python.